Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're going to look at BABA on the daily, weekly, monthly time frame using technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So let's get right into the chart, into the daily. And what I'm noticing here, we have a nice inside bar pattern, nice retrace to the low. We're getting another retrace back up into this 618 area. Until this thing gets above this inside bar bearish pattern, I think it's almost time for BABA to go south. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. If you're short here, great. If you're a bull here, then you're looking for a recapture of the 98.86 level, and then at least 100 you want to get above with confirmation. Then I'm thinking we go to the 103 to the 105. We get to the 105 level, you short this thing with both hands, period. And I'll show you why on the weekly chart. But again, nice push up. We talked about this 85, 86 area for a long time. And this thing was, every time it'd get to there, it'd be rejected. I mean, look at this. Gets back up, comes in, goes right back up, comes in, goes up, comes in, goes back up, comes in. How many times can it go? The more it hits on the door, the more it's going to release and possibly open. And then on earnings, they actually gapped it up, and then it got little gap and go into gap fill up in this area, which stopped the freight train. Boom, inside bar. Now it's an inside bar. So it's a macro bullish pattern with a micro bearish pattern. Needs to get above this high, which is right around 96.37, to continue up. And then, like I said, 98.86, then 100, and then we'll talk from there. If you're a bear on this one, you're looking for a close below the 92, 93 area, or this inside bar here, this green bar. Once we get below that, we'll see how it reacts at the 20 MA, gap fill, then another gap fill down here at 87.25 or so. You have the 50 MA, so you have a lot of support in this area as well. So either way, if you're bullish, you want to see a close below or above this inside bar around 96.35. And then ultimately you want to recapture the all-time or the 52-week high at 98.86, then get over the 100 number. Then I'm thinking you could go to 105. If you're bearish, I'm thinking we're going to go down here right back to this area, which is good support. And you have the 50 MA as well. But if this thing starts cracking down and then the market starts selling, it's just going to get ugly. The SPY's due for selling, and that's the bottom line. We're long in the tooth. We've been consolidating for 2 months on the SPY. If this thing doesn't break out and start to break down, everything's going with the SPY, period. So let's look at the weekly chart. Had a nice blast off weekly candle. Now we have an inside bar. Again, here's the 105 area. This is the breakdown area. It retraced, then broke down again. Everyone who was a buyer in here, I'm sure they had earnings or the height. Maybe this bar was the earnings. There's a lot of people stuck up in the 105 area, and they're waiting patiently to get up there. And if it gets up there, these bag holders are going to be like, you know what, just give me my money and see you later. And there's still a couple bag holders up here too, which they're hoping. They've been waiting a year and a half. Come on, baby, cheer it on, cheer it on. That always seems to help. And then the analysts upgrade, because I think they had earnings and up like 10 upgrades and whatever else. So someone's stuck up into this area and it still can't go. But looking at the weekly now, we have a nice inside bar pulling back. So this is macro bullish, but now it has a micro bearish. So you're going to look at this thing set up on a sideways manner. The longer it sets up here in this bearish manner, the better possibility of this thing going right back into this 85, 86 area support, then ultimately back into 82.70. So if you're bullish, you need to recapture the 52-week high at 98.86 and get above the 100 even number. And if we get back into the 105, you got to take some profits up into here. I don't know if it's going to get any higher. The markets will have to rally for this to continue up. If the SPY dumps, this is it for this one, period. So again, if you're bullish, you need to close above the highs and get above the 100. Then I'm thinking 105. If you're bearish, we're going to go right down to this inside bar, which is around 84 bucks or so. And if that cracks, we got the 20 and the 50 still. But this is a macro bull with a micro inside bar bearish pattern. So it's starting to develop. We need more time. And this one here, you know what? I've seen this so many times where it comes up, goes in, sucks everyone in because it goes up like 3 or 4 bucks. Oh, and then they upgrade it, and then boom, right in everyone's face. So just be careful with BABA if you're long. If you're short, add some here. Only the half position. If it comes into the 105, add the rest of the position right there. Let's get into the monthly. Monthly stretch from the 20 MA. Just can't go that far from home base. We still haven't closed above the 96.11 on the monthly. I want to see where this closes tomorrow. It needs to close above 96.11 on the monthly. Unless today was the last day. If today was the last day, then we close it a little bit under it. Pretty close. I'd say close enough for government work, but that's still telling me the 618 is holding on. Then you have this pivot around 95.10. So tomorrow will tell a big part of the story. But again, I am bearish on BABA. I like the pattern I'm seeing up in here. We still have light volume moving this thing, so anything can happen. But I love the inside bar here, setting up to possibly move lower. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching my videos. God bless. See you on the charts.